What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for Freestyle here in Oakland for World Finals 3. We have crowned our skills champion, Action Phil and Blue Thunder, with an amazing front flip and bicycle, taking that skills championship, so huge congratulations to him. But Bakugan Dragonoid is still on top to be the overall event champion, Megalodon right behind in second, and Gravedigger in third. This is the overall leaderboards, where it's pretty much a battle between Bakugan Dragonoid and Megalodon. Dragon could have a chance, but it's going to take a lot of things to go into play for him to take that win. So the top two to watch right now are Bakugan and Megalodon. These are the judges for today's freestyle competition. Dave609 from YouTube, Matt Johnson, myself, and the camera 9785. So thank you guys for being a part of this and helping me judge. Let's go ahead and get started with freestyle again here in Oakland. As our first truck out is going to be Doomsday and MMJ Producer, the winner of the LCQ, so that's the reason he is here, and he's going to show us what he's capable of. Starting off his freestyle with a nice cross thread, hitting the back end of the truck on the center jump there, the high jump ramp that was used earlier in competition. Now let's see what else he has in store. Some trouble here as he's able to get it back on all fours. Fortunately, an awkward angle, but it was awkward enough to get him back on, and some nice air here. And really, I don't know what the judges are going to be looking for here. Really just wow moments, some big moves, great air, and there's plenty to hit here. I mean, honestly, one of the best tracks that we've had all season. So it's plenty of opportunity. We already saw some amazing moves and skills, so hopefully we can see that follow into freestyle. So far, MMJ reaching that halfway point, and things are looking good so far. Has lost some of the body, but it's just cosmetic damage. He's still rocking and rolling. What even is that? That was a barrel roll, I would say. An awkward angle hitting that jump, but it sent him in a torpedo type motion, I would say. And nicely done by MMJ. Again, I keep saying this, not sure if it was intentional or not, but it was still great. Now a moonwalk onto the high jump ram, and look at the air and the rotation and perfectly landing it to continue the run. So already some wow moments here early on in freestyle. 10 seconds left, going for the backflip container. So getting the backflip out of the way, and a nice combo with a wheelie there. As he's coming down to the last few seconds, that'll be the last move that'll count towards regulation. He is now in bonus time, so the first truck to make it into bonus time. Let's see if he can continue and make the most of it. Hitting the berm, sending him into an awkward angle. Now he's flipping over and able to save it, gripping that front left tire enough to get him back on all fours. Now just some cross threads here, just pretty much hitting what he can, what gets in the way to see what happens. Nice wheelie into the high jump ramp, and that's probably going to be it for MMJ. His run is done. Anything extra here is for the fans. Nice little jump on the opposite end of the race lane, and looks like he's just going to park it right there on top here, and that's going to be it. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his highlights as we wait on the judges' scores, and some great highlights nonetheless. I mean, he had a lot of nice air, a lot of combos, lots of crazy moves and wow moments. So definitely a good run nonetheless. This I don't know what to call that, torpedo type barrel roll move, 8-6, 8-7, and a 2 in bonus for a score of a 31. So a great score. He is your current leader. A great score to start off, but not sure how long it'll hold. We're just going to have to wait and see. There are 14 more trucks to go. Just going to be interesting to see what else we see. Here comes April Summers, your World Finals 3 high jump champion, looking for a freestyle championship. And look at the air, the hang time for Gravedigger. Starting off perfectly, really, in that overcast body. Love to see it. Haven't seen it since, I believe it was season 2, when KJ, who was driving it, had it. And some trouble here. She's going to be able to save it and continue the run. See what she has in store for us. And April is a great freestyler. She really showed off her skills in Wichita, where she got that 4 out of 5 wins in all the competitions there. Just, lost racing. We know how that went. And a somersault, able to continue the run. So nicely done for April Summers, reaching that halfway point. I thought she was going to go for the high jump ramp there. She's going for the race lane and getting some amazing air. Again, some more hang time, so nicely done for Gravedigger. But again, that event in Wichita really put her on the map and really shot her up into leaderboards. Honestly, almost a perfect event. We had almost an imitation of that in Anaheim, where with Blue Thunder, unfortunately, he lost racing and freestyle. Look at that! Right off the high jump ramp where she got her World Finals Championship. If only we could gauge how high that was. And some trouble here. No, able to save it. And last 14 seconds of the run, going for a corkscrew, going a little too much, but enough momentum to get her back on all 4 tires. Now she's gonna go on the opposite end of the high jump ramp, kind of slowed down right before. It must have been the smart move, because a little too much momentum over there, she'd end up in the crowd. She is now in bonus time. Some of that body hanging on for dear life. Wonder what she has in store for us here in bonus. Looks like she's gonna go for a reverse flip off of the container. Just enough momentum, or excuse me, just enough rotation, and able to get a sidewall save. So last 10 seconds of bonus. Let's see what else she has in store for us. Might have enough time for one more move and a nice save to end bonus time. So anything from here is just for the fans. Nice little wheelie off the high jump ramp, and that should be just about it for April Summers' run. As we go ahead and take a look at her highlights while we wait for the scores from the judges. Nice little somersault there that kept the run going. Huge air, lots of a hang time, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do have a new leader after this. That amazing jump off the high jump, and here it is, 3 8s, a 9, and a 3 in bonus, for a score of a 36, so a great score, a high score nonetheless, and that should be good. It should hold for a while, I would assume, as Crazy Monster Jam fan and Captain's Curse comes out, your World Finals 3 racing champion. Again, everyone saw that coming. It was no surprise. And starting off his freestyle run with an amazing leap off the high jump ramp, getting everyone's attention so far early on, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's not the only one to start it off that way too. And look at that beautiful sky wheelie by Captain's Curse. He had an amazing skills attempt, and honestly, had he not kind of butchered the second attempt, he might have been the winner. He might have went back-to-back, just like Max D did back in World Finals 2. And unfortunately, that second one wasn't really, he was short-lived, so he wasn't able to really capitalize on it. But that first attempt there was amazing. That moonwalk, that nose wheelie, stopping into a nose wheelie, into a backflip, and then into a regular wheelie. I mean, it was just a beautiful combo through and through. So had he got a second one better, it would have definitely would have changed the whole outcome of this event. But all in all, a great run so far. Already past that halfway point, in some trouble here. No, able to save it using that rear steer to his advantage. 30 seconds left now. Going for a backflip, kind of an awkward turn, and he's on the side. No, able to save it yet again. Look at that, a wheelie on one wheel using the rear steer to kind of direct him where to go. Beautiful concentration and control there by Captain's Curse. And Crazy Monster Jam fan, we're coming down to the last 10 seconds of regulation. Going for a cross thread. Can he clear it? Almost clearing the entire pod, excuse me. That should be the last move for regulation. We are now in bonus time, and what a way to start bonus. An amazing backflip right off of the side there. Kind of an awkward area, just like in San Diego and in Anaheim. Had that awkward angle to where you can get a backflip where it's really not intentional for a backflip to happen. Now going into some cyclones. See what he can do for the last 10 seconds of bonus. Might be giving April a run for her money. I don't know. April did have some more momentum out of it. But Captain's Curse nonetheless is putting out a great run, and that's going to be the end of bonus time for Captain's Curse. The rest of this is for the fans as he's trying to control the truck. And one thing that I'm noticing now as he comes to the end, the body is still intact. So, amazing control and it was an amazing run. And to be able to have that great of a run and still have the body just shows a lot of what kind of a driver he is. Because usually those bodies are destroyed. And here comes the scores, 2 7s, an 8, a 9, and a 3 in bonus for a score of a 34, so 2 points shy of tying Gravedigger. We will not have a new leader as Driftboy 912 and El Toro Loco comes out. I'm sure he'd love to get a freestyle championship, given that he was unfortunately unable to get the high jump win back-to-back, and he was close in skills, but unfortunately didn't get it. Here we go, a big jump, and look at this! What do you even call that? A torpedo at that point, almost like Doomsday. But that was incredible by El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912. Definitely a move, or the move of the night. Oh my God, I can't even get over that. Like, what do you even call that? Bullpedo? I don't know. I'm just coming up with random stuff here. This is why I don't do this. I'm not that creative, but that was an amazing move by Driftboy 912. Now let's see if he can keep up that momentum with the rest of his run. Nice big air there. I wouldn't even say that was a sky wheelie. I was going to call it a sky wheelie, but not quite. Hitting that halfway point, a backflip at the halfway point. Nicely done. Perfectly executed by El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912. Body still intact, surprisingly. And some trouble here. No, luckily, I can't speak. Luckily, was in the right angle to get that landed properly. And we're coming down to the last 20 seconds or so of his run. Look at the huge high jump leap. Again, if only we could gauge how high they fly in freestyle, I'm sure that we'd be beating all kinds of records here instead of the high jump competition. Let's see what else he has in store for us as his run comes towards the end. And some trouble here. No, look at that. Flipping it perfectly over. I think his tires gripped that obstacle just enough to flip him over. And this move right here is the last for a regulation, as we are now in bonus time. Some more air off that area, and I'm really liking that area. That's where Blue Thunder got his front flip at. And it's just a perfect steep area for just amazing air and amazing tricks. And halfway through bonus now, let's see if he can bring something else to us here before the end. Hitting the jump in an angle. Is he going to go for it again? And he is. Not as clean as the first time, but still nonetheless landing it. So two, I'm just going to say torpedoes is what I'm going to call it. Nicely done. And now he's stuck into some sidewalls. This will not count towards his score, but an amazing thing to see nonetheless, as he's still trying to stay on all fours. And there it is. His run is now officially over as we take a look at his highlights. And this right here, that amazing torpedo move. That's what I'm just going to call it for now, unless someone else can come up with something better. But really an amazing run through and through. And we're waiting on the judges' scores now, and I'm sure we'll have a new leader, and it looks like we will. 2 9s, a 10, a 7, and a 3 in bonus for a score of a 38. So we have a new leader in Driftboy 912 and El Toro Loco. Here comes J-Pace Racing now in Crush Station. See if he can follow up that amazing run set by El Toro Loco. Starting off with some nice air. And I still can't get over that move. But the two moves, really, it was done twice by El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912 and landed both times. It's one thing to land it once, but to land it twice, that was just incredible in itself. So definitely going to be the move of the night, unless somebody else comes out with something spectacular that could really outshine that. But it's going to be tough to beat. But going back to Crush Station and J-Pace Racing, getting close to that halfway point, and he could really spruce it up a bit, get some more wow moments. And look at that save, a spectacular save by Crush Station. No, but is it going to be the end? No, he's able to save it, but just that, I don't even know, that was like a perfect angle there on one tire, getting it back on all fours. An incredible move, but no, he's crashing into the wall. Is he going to be able to save it? No, he hit the throttle too late. And that's going to be it for Crush Station and J-Pace Racing. Very unfortunate that he was not able to finish that run. As we take a look at his highlights, waiting for the judges' scores, and hopefully we get to see that there it is, that save one more time right there on one tire. Honestly, I would say the save of the night. There are the scores, 2 3s, 2 4s for a score of a 14. So unfortunate for Crush Station, we will not have a new leader. Here comes Cecily 96 and Alien Invasion. Let's see what she can do. She got the first freestyle win in Arlington this season, and maybe she gave it too much here. Stopping right before the wall, just giving it a little kiss with that back tire. So, really avoiding a catastrophe right there, if you will. Nice backflip early on, maybe too risky. No, able to save it. But she can surprise you in freestyle. Back in the Arena Series, she was amazing at freestyle, and in the Stadium Series, she was still pretty good. Just unfortunately didn't really get a win up until Arlington this year. And look at that nose wheelie, perfectly executed by Cecily 96. But again, the first win in Arlington, I believe it was a tiebreaker between her and Northern Nightmare, where she won it. And ever since then, it's been kind of an off season for her. And no, I may have jinxed her. Yes, there we go, a nice save. Able to get enough grip on that tire to get her back on all fours to continue the run. Last 35 seconds of her run now, hard hit into that obstacle there. I'm sure that has to have shaken her up a bit. See what else she has in store for the last few moments of her run. More cross threads here. But again, she's a good freestyler, and maybe not enough. No, enough momentum, fortunately for her, almost mimicking what Captain's Curse did, but just didn't have enough rotation, or at least fast rotation like he did. So, coming down to the wire, last couple seconds of her regulation time, and that's going to be the last move as she's in bonus now. Wondering what she has in store for us. Going for a... I thought she was going to go for a corkscrew, didn't quite get it, got a flip instead, but now some trouble. No, able to save it, a wheelie on one wheel. So a little bit of everything right at the start of bonus time. 10 seconds left. Let's see what else she can pull off before the end as she comes towards the end of the run. This should be the last move here, and that's going to be it for Alien Invasion and Cecily 96 as she's still struggling to get it back on all fours, and she is in that beautiful inverse body for Alien Invasion. It was halfway shredded off of the truck, but again, her highlights as we wait for the judges' scores. And it was a great run, but I think it really lacks some wow moments, and I don't think it's going to be enough to take the lead away from El Toro Loco and Drift Boy 912. Again, that flip there didn't quite get the rotation that Captain's Curse did. Here comes the scores. 7, 8, 2 6s, and a 3 in bonus for a final score of a 30. So we will not get a new leader as the next driver comes out now, Soldier Fortune and Brian the Dog Webb. See what he has in store for us right now, and trouble early on, able to save it though. Casing the back end of the truck there on the high jump ramp and sent him somersaulting forward, so nice big air. Great recovery there and almost too close to the wall. Going for the backflip container early, going for a corkscrew, and it's going to be a double! A double corkscrew backflip, I don't know what else to call that, but he landed it so perfectly so. Just like that, we have a move to rival that of El Toro Loco's move. And I wonder what else this run will bring. He is the reigning World Finals 2 Freestyle Champion, so he's capable. He is very capable, and then some trouble here as he hit that jump in a weird angle, landing on the side, and I may have spoke too soon. No, the burb giving him a second chance at the run. That angle right there was just a perfect angle to get him back on all fours, and he's going to continue the run. Now some more trouble as he's trying to get it back on all fours into a stoppie now. Going to turn it into a short moonwalk. Has about 20 seconds left in regulation, so if he can kind of get some better control here and hit some more moves at a good angle, he should be good to go. Some donuts here, kind of struggling to get it back in, just to really get it into that cyclone motion. And he's got it now, but it did kill some time. Going for a flip here. Not enough, but the angle is going to help him out and get him into a short wheelie. He is now in bonus time. He really needs to capitalize here if he wants to take the lead. Going for a backflip off the container here. Now if he can just really pick it up a bit and get some more moves on before the timer ends, he may be in a good spot. Big air off the opposite end of the high jump ramp. And last 10 seconds of bonus. I wonder what he has in store for us. Going for a jump here. Kind of a weird angle. Maybe a freedom flyer. He's able to land it. A great move as his time runs out. So now it's up to the judges to see what's going to happen here. An awkward way to start his run. Really risky, but followed it up with this huge air. As, again, we look at his highlights, waiting for the judges, and this double corkscrew backflip, I guess is what we'll call it. Right there, that was really the main, the biggest wow moment of this run. So, a wow moment alone isn't going to get you a win, but we'll have to wait and see. 2 9s, an 8, a 6, and a 2 in bonus for a score of a 34. So, 4 points shy of tying El Toro Loco, we will not get a new leader. Here comes Angel Garcia in Earthshaker. Was the runner-up in racing, and I'm sure he'd love to get a freestyle win, starting off big with that high jump ramp. And really, just coming out with a freestyle championship would be the perfect ending for Earthshaker and Angel Garcia. We're just going to have to wait and see what he has in store. And some trouble. No, enough momentum to get him back on all 4 tires. Again, Angel Garcia, a pretty good season so far. Again, a high jump win is really what he has to show for, but he's still had some crazy wild moments throughout the year regardless. I mean, wins aren't everything. You kind of just stand out in other ways. And, you know, he was one of my favorites to win the high jump competition. And a nice save there by Earthshaker and Angel Garcia, hitting that halfway point in regulation. But he was definitely one to look out for. when it came to a high jump, he was pretty consistent. Again, he got that one win in San Diego. And pretty much every other time after that, he was in the top 3. So definitely a truck that can fly high. And a nice wheelie there. I love to see wheelies, man. That's one of my favorite moves. To see running out of real estate, almost crashing into the wall there. But coming down to the wire, last 15 seconds or so of regulation. So he needs to come out with a really big move to transfer over to bonus. Probably has enough time for one more move. Some of that body is trying to fling off there. He is now in bonus time. Looks like he's going to get it lined up for a reverse flip. He needs to hurry, though. He needs to capitalize of this bonus time as he's getting it lined up, but it's killing some of his time. This should affect his score, I would assume. He's going to go for it now, getting that reverse flip and landing it perfectly. But now he only has 10 seconds of bonus left. So he's going to follow it up with some huge air and some trouble here. Hard crash on that front end and ending it on the side of the truck. So that's going to be it for Angel Garcia and Earthshaker. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at his highlights as we wait for the scores. And I don't know if it's going to be enough to take the lead away from El Toro Loco. We did lack some wow moments here, some great moves, some great textbook tricks, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. A 6, 2 6s, a 7 and 8, and a 2 in bonus for a score of a 29. So we will not see a new leader as we go ahead and take a look at the current leaderboards. Again, El Toro Loco on top with a 38. Gravedigger in 2nd. Soldier Fortune in 3rd. Captain's Curse in 4th. Doomsday in 5th. Alien Invasion in 6th. Earthshaker in 7th. And Crush Station in 8th place. There are 7 more trucks to go and a lot of heavy hitters. One of which is Maxine Ethan Waters, who is the 3-time World Finals Racing Champion and World Finals 1 Freestyle Champion. So let's see what he has in store for us as he's out on the track now, hitting the sparks, rocking that blackout paint job, starting off risky with a backflip. And landing it perfectly. He's going to continue the run. Nice big air there, cross thread on that obstacle. It's a great area, really, to get some great air. It's a nice steep jump. Going for the cross thread. Will he be able to clear it? And just about clearing it. That's the closest we've seen since Captain's Curse. Going for another cross thread. Now this is probably going to be some trouble. Somersaulting forward as that body flies off. There goes that beautiful blackout paint scheme. Going into some cyclones now. Hitting the sparks. Love to see it, man. Getting to that halfway point. And let's see what else he has in store. Look at the amazing air. If only we could gauge this, man. I'd love to see what kind of air time we're hitting. And look at this. He's on top of the backflip containers. Haven't seen that since Doomsday when he had a wheelie across it, excuse me. So just pretty much a good run so far by Max D. A hard hit on the front end, but he's able to save it. If he can get some more wow moments in here, we could have a new leader because he's just going all out right now. A beautiful save. Last almost 15 seconds left in regulation. He could really go for a big hit here, struggling to get back on all fours, and he does, but that did kill some valuable time. Going for with a flip, unfortunately didn't get the full rotation, but that front left tire caught enough, and he is now in bonus time. So again, he needs to capitalize on this moment and really just go all out and see what he can do. And an awkward landing, awkward takeoff, awkward launch, and that's going to be it. He lands on the side end. He's not able to finish bonus, and it will most likely not be a great bonus score. So let's see what the judges think as we take a look at his highlights. And right there, that somersault that ripped the body off of the truck, and some good wow moments nonetheless. Let's see what the scores are going to be. 3 8s, a 7, and a 1 for a score of a 32. So not going to be enough to take the lead. We will be seeing a new we'll be seeing a new, we'll be seeing a new Freestyle Champion here in World Finals 3 since Brian the Dog Webb is out and Max Dean Ethan Waters is out. So we will have a new champion. Here comes your World Finals 3 Skills Champion, Blue Thunder in action. Phil, and some trouble early on. Can he save it? Look at the save! Gunning it in reverse at the last second to get that rotation back on all fours. So smart driving by Action Phil and Blue Thunder. Definitely a great save in contention with Crush Station and J-Pace Racing skill or excuse me, a save, but I don't know, Jay Pace, and that save right there was amazing nonetheless. So, but honestly, Blue Thunder's playing with house money right now. He already has a skills championship. I'm sure he'd love to come out with freestyle, but he at least has one in his belt now. And some nice air there, some slight rotation, and that's probably going to be the end of his run. No, enough to get it back on all fours. 30 seconds left in regulation now. Nice air off the opposite end of the high jump ramp, getting a short wheelie out of it. He's come out with a good wow moment. Is he going to try? I think he was going to try to go for the front flip, but didn't quite get the lift there. So he's going to go for some cyclones now. As we're coming down to the last few seconds of regulation, so he should be able to make it into bonus. He's going to go for a backflip. No, a corkscrew, and luckily landing perfectly to get him that rotation. He is now in bonus and getting a flip off the side there. That's where April Summers, when she was driving Sparkle Smash, that's where she got her forward momentum backflip, but some trouble here and a really hard crash. But he's able to continue the run. He's going to keep going. 10 seconds left in bonus. And another beautiful save. And this should be it for Blue Thunder. Hard landing on the roof of the truck, sending him back on all fours, but that is it for Action Phil as we take a look at his highlights. And a great run, really. Lots of big air, lots of saves, lots of crashes. And this save right here, when he just gunned it in reverse and got it back on all four. I mean, I say gunned it, but put it in reverse at the right moment. 6-9-8-7 and a 3 in bonus for a score of a 33. So we will not be having a new leader. El Toro Loco stays on top. Here comes Alex Stevens, 27 in Northern Nightmare. Let's see what he has in store for us today. He's not going to be in line to get the Stadium Series Championship for the 3rd time in a row, but he's going to go for a front flip in freestyle and another one. Can he save it? Yes, he is going to save it, kind of getting on the wall a bit, gunning it in reverse, and he's going to continue the run. So he said, if I can't get the Stadium Championship, then I'll get a Freestyle Championship. And he's coming out with some big moves here. And look at this, look at that flip. Another wow moment. How does that even happen? Just the perfect backflip, perfect rotation off the high jump ramp. It was just the angle. The tires must have spun just perfectly to flip him all the way around. And just a great start to Northern Nightmare's run, and he's going for it. Really a driver that is very well capable of taking the lead back in World Finals 2. I believe it was like a 40, what was it, 42? Or 41 and a half, I forget. I believe that's whenever we were doing halves in bonus, something that we're not doing this time around. And a nice save, a hard crash really, but a save nonetheless. Going for the high jump ramp now. 20 seconds left in regulation, and he's just flying through it, but it's just craziness through and through. Alex Stevens putting on a clinic here in World Finals in Oakland. And another awkward save, a hard hit. I'm sure he's going to be feeling that at the end of this. And the last couple seconds of regulation, he is done. He is now in bonus time, a nice wheelie into bonus time. Wonder what he has in store for bonus. Cross thread on the high jump ram, an awkward flip, and he's going to land it. Some trouble, that berm. That berm affecting him. These berms are still taking people out, even when racing's done. Let's see, last few seconds. He's going to try to clear it now. And is he going to get it? Landing just about where Max D did. So nobody yet has cleared it cleanly and perfectly. But there are still a few more trucks to go. And right here, as we take a look at his highlights, waiting for the judges, boom. The 2 biggest wow moments of this run, the front flip and then that flip there. I don't even know how that happened. But still a great move nonetheless, and the scores are coming in. 2 10s, a 9 and a 7 and a 3 in bonus. We have a new leader with a 39, just barely taking the lead away from El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912. So Alex Stevens, 27, is going for it and wants that Freestyle Championship here in Oakland. Here comes Megalodon now, Brandon Thunder. He is in line to be the overall event champion. And if he can come out with a very top freestyle spot, more than Bakugan to get that overall event championship, he could be the Stadium Series Season 3 champion. But it all just comes down to his run, Bakugan's run, and everybody else's runs. And look at this. Look at the huge air. Off the high jump ramp, comboing it. No, but I may have spoke too soon. We may have jinxed him. No, he's just going to kick it into some sidewalls, and look at him go. Oh, man. Look at that save. Oh, my goodness. Megalodon and Brandon Thunder putting on a show with sidewalls. An incredible move nonetheless. Almost got skills because of that. And man, this guy could kill it in sidewalls, I'm telling you. And look at the insane air, and boom, comboing it immediately after. And kind of an awkward rotation there. Some more trouble. Possibly no, able to get it back on all fours and continue the run, already past that halfway point. And he's just keeping the momentum going. His foot is just stuck on the throttle at this point. And a somersault. And that golden body is still hanging on tough. That thing is not coming off. He's been abusing it all event long, and it's just hanging on. Barely, I'm sure, but hanging on. Look at the save there. And some trouble here. No, it's going to be another save into a moonwalk. So, the momentum alone is helping him out in this run, and I'm sure the judges are enjoying this. He's going to go for a backflip now. Is it going to be enough rotation? It is, and there goes the golden body. It's finally coming off. He's only left with the nose of Megalodon. He is now in bonus, and look at the hang time, the air time on Megalodon right now. Just flying this shark left and right. The momentum is killing me right now. This is a great run for Brandon Thunder, one of the best we've seen all season. And I wonder what he has in store for the rest of bonus. He has 10 seconds left. Going for the reverse flip and landing it perfectly. What will his final move be? He's gonna go for a reverse Sharknado. So nicely done by Megalodon, putting on a show here in Oakland, and I'm really curious to see what the judges are gonna think. That's gonna be it for the Meg as we take a look at his highlights right now, waiting for the judges' scores. And honestly, an amazing run, great momentum, some wow moments. These sidewalls were insane. I'm really curious to see what the judges are going to think, and that just the air. I mean, this guy had crazy momentum all throughout, and the judges are taking their time, but the scorecards are coming in. 2 10s, an 8, a 9, and a 3 on bonus. I think we do have a new leader, and we do. A 40 for Megalodon and Brandon Thunder. We have a new leader just by a point. So Northern Nightmare knocked out Old Toro Loco, and then Megalodon took out Northern Nightmare. So just like that, we have a new leader and 3 more trucks to go. And here comes Daniel San Diego Murray. Excuse me, Daniel the Fireball Murray, coming out with some huge air to start off his run. Almost was your high jump champion, and unfortunately was just 0.1 feet shy of tying April Summers. And Gravedigger some trouble here, and yes, enough to get the backflip and combo it with a moonwalk. So a great move by Bakugan. And Daniel, he has had an amazing season, and I'm sure he'd love to cap it off with a Stadium Series championship. He's in line. He just took the lead back from Dragon, and he has an opportunity here to be the champion, to be on his rookie season, to be the champion. So halfway through regulation now, and not quite the momentum he was looking for, but enough rotation to get him back on all fours, or really into a wheelie that led him into all fours. And here we go with corkscrew. I would say that's a corkscrew at this point, and he's going for another one back to back. So nicely done by Bakugan Dragonoid and Daniel the Fireball Murray. And some trouble here. No, able to save it. I'm sure he was going to go for the reverse flip, but just that front end caught the dirt, and that sent him back over. So last 10 seconds left. Let's see what he has in store for us. Kind of trying to figure out what he wants to do here. Is he going to get it in time for regulation? He is. He's going to get that in regulation, and he is now in bonus. Awkward landing on that flip, but enough to get him back over. So I'm curious to see what he has in store here and what the judges are going to think. And nice somersault there. He hitting the race lane there with the rear end, setting him forward. 10 seconds left for Bakugan, and a nice save going into that jump there, going for a reverse move over it. And that's going to be it. Bonus is done. This move will not count towards his bonus score as he ends on the roof of his truck. So that's going to be it as we take a look at his highlights. And this one's a tough one. I'm not sure exactly how the judges are going to treat this, and they think it deserves to take the lead. Again, the score to beat is a 40. Back when Brian the Dog Webb was driving this truck in World Finals 2, I believe it was a 42.5. And there are the scores, 2 8s, a 7 6, and a 3 on bonus. It's not going to be enough to take the lead. It's only going to be a 32. So, not enough to take the lead, and a shocking moment to say the least, as Monster Dalmatian and Omboji come out, the second to last truck in this competition, going off of that high jump ramp. And I knew this would be a popular spot for drivers to go off of to start their freestyle run. And shocking score for Bakugan. I wasn't sure if it was going to take the lead, but I didn't think it would be as low as it was. So definitely a shocking moment. But we'll go ahead and switch focus over to Monster Dalmatian and Omboji's run. And he was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was the leader for a while, or came close. I'd have to think back. I mean, it's been a long season. It's been, what, about 10 weeks? So there's a lot to keep up with. But, I mean, he was close, and he had some great racing outings. Oh, look at this! What do you even call that? A beautiful flip. Corkscrew kind of flip. I don't even know. There's a lot of crazy moves going on here in World Finals that I just can't even think of names of. So, just great all the way around. And, yeah, 30 seconds left in regulation. Let's see what else he has in store. But again, Omboji, look at that save. And another save immediately after, comboing it with a moonwalk. But Omboji, a great competitor through and through. And I mean, he's stayed at the top close. I mean, he's been on the top for a while. And unfortunately, not going to be able to come out with a stadium championship, but still an amazing season. Nonetheless, coming down to the last few seconds of regulation, going to get a flip right before, and yes, he's going to be able to save it. And he is now in bonus time, so 30 seconds to give the judges everything he has. Or excuse me, the judge. As we have one bonus judge and trouble. As he's going to be able to save it. Right now he's struggling to get it back on all fours to continue his bonus time, and I'm wondering how much that's going to affect his score in bonus, and a really wicked crash. Last 3 seconds, he's going to try to end it with some cyclones here, chase the tail that is no longer there, and that's going to be it for Omboji. Not sure if that donut's going to count towards his bonus score, but we'll go ahead and take a look at his highlights as we wait for the judges' scores. And I mean, it was a pretty good run, pretty good momentum. This was the wow moment here. Again, not sure exactly what to call that, but I don't think it's going to be enough to take the lead. And here comes the scores, 2 7s, a 6, a 5, and a 2 in bonus for a final score of a 27 for Monster Dalmatian. So, not going to take the lead, and there's one more truck to go, and that's Flames Plays and Dragon. Came in with the lead and unfortunately lost it, but I don't know, there's a chance, maybe, I don't know, with how high Megalodon scored. I don't know if he'll be able to take it, but I don't want to take away from that amazing move. Again, these moves, I don't even know what to call them. He went into that container with the rear steer activated to kind of get a corkscrew kind of torpedo flip out of it. So a great way to start the run, a very risky way to start the run, but he executed and he's continuing the run. But he is the one in the way of Brandon Thunder getting his Freestyle Championship here in World Finals. And we haven't seen this yet. Look at that, a reverse flip off of the side of the containers. So definitely a unique move. Nonetheless, clipping that jump there, not sure what he was going for. Unfortunately, didn't quite get whatever he was going for, but able to save it. Losing some of that beautiful golden body and stopping right before the containers. 35 seconds left in regulation now. See what he has in store, and he really needs to pick up some wow moments if he wants to take this lead away from Megalodon. A nice backflip. 20 seconds left. It's coming down to the wire, and I'm sure Brandon Thunder is worried right now. I'm sure he's stressing because he's not sure what's going to go down. Going for a cross thread and popping it up into a stoppie, into a moonwalk after that. Going for another one and trying to save it. That berm getting in the way, but he's able to save it. Has 30 seconds left in bonus time now. And he's going to go for the flip, and look at that. Beautiful rotation, aggressive rotation. And he's going to continue. So a great way to transfer into bonus, and now he's going to go for his Flame Wheel Donuts. Or Flame Wheel Cyclones, excuse me. And 10 seconds left. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to be the outcome of all this. Huge air crashing into the container. And that's going to be it. Anything past this will not count towards his bonus score. So, Flames Plays and Dragon is going to be waiting impatiently now, starting off his freestyle run, like I said right there, with a kind of crazy corkscrew type of move. As we take a look at his highlights, waiting for the judges' scores. The first time seeing a reverse flip off of the containers there, so very unique. Had a lot of unique moves here. But is it going to be enough? The judges are really taking their time as the scores are not ready yet, but they should be here shortly. That amazing backflip there off of the side, and I think we're about to see the scores. Here they come. 2 9s, an 8, a 10, and a 2 on bonus. It's not going to be enough. Only a 38 for Dragon. That means Megalodon and Brendan Thunder is your World Finals 3 Freestyle Champion here in Oakland. So, an amazing, amazing freestyle outing for everybody, but it was Megalodon who was on top with a 40. But before we move any further, we have a special presentation by some drivers and some judges. Here's Taz 2009's POV, point of view, of a special presentation, and really what the whole goal of this is. We will be transferring this series into a brand new series in Monster Jam Showdown, and we all decided, hey, Megalodon is pretty much one of the mascots of Showdown, so let's have a Megalodon freestyle, or excuse me, encore presentation here. MMJ Producers POV here, and we're going to be switching between all of them back and forth. MMJ Producer Taz 2009 and Daniel Murray, also another one who was involved in this, and April Summers. But a special encore presentation, which is fitting given that Megalodon and Brendan Thunder was your is your World Finals 3 Freestyle Champion. So what a way to start off, or to cap off, excuse me, the freestyle competition in World Finals 3 as a whole, and transfer in to a new era in Monster Jam Showdown. And we're going to see here, they're going to have a special trick lined up for us. Again, here's Taz 2009, and almost crashing into each other there, trying to get everything squared away. MMJ Producer again, just kind of playing around here. And here shortly they should be lining up for a special move. There it is. That's Daniel the Fireball Murray right up there in the front of MMJ Producer. MMJ Producer following suit. And there's Taz 2009 to the right there as they're getting prepped for this special move. April Summers, who will be executing the move after executing the forward momentum backflip in Sparkle Smash earlier after racing. Here we go. They're getting lined up now. April Summers rocking the gold Megalodon body that was donned by Brendan Thunder. And here we go. A 3 Megalodon monster truck jump is what we have in store for you guys today. And then as well as that, we're going to have a special, just all-out crazy freestyle competition, or freestyle just event overall. And here comes April Summers. She's going to go for it, clipping Daniel Murray a little bit as we take a look at everyone's point of view. MMJ Producer, here's Taz's view of April Summers. We could have at least cleared 2-3 more Megalodons. Amazing airtime by April Summers, and now we're going to switch between everybody's point of view. There's Daniel the Fireball Murray going for it here, getting some sick air in the regular Megalodon body. There's Taz 2009 now, a judge of the series, and some nice somersaults there, comboing it with a beautiful wheelie, almost crashing into, I think, Daniel over there. The question is, where's MMJ Producer? Where's he at? He's over here in the mountains going crazy. What is he doing out there? He's just away from everybody doing his own thing. Is he going to be able to save it? Well, we're going to have to wait and see as we switch back. There's Taz 2009 getting a front flip. I think Daniel there kind of clipped his truck and gave him that forward rotation. Daniel now going crazy too. I'm still wondering where MMJ Producer is. Here's Taz 2009 going for a backflip. And he's going to save it. Yes, he is going to save it. There's Daniel again trying to go for a corkscrew and crashing into someone else. My question is, where's MMJ Producer? There's April Summers in the gold body. There's MMJ Producer. He's joining in on the fun now. Your LCQ winner and a giant shark now. There's Daniel again clipping. I think that was Taz. There's April Summers now just bumping into her a bit. MMJ over here doing his own thing. just over here riding solo. And a great encore here from everybody. Here's Taz 2009 crashing into April Summers. April Summers, I think she got a backflip out of it. We're going to switch to somebody else's POV here in a second. There's MMJ Producer. Here we go. There you go. There's April in gold. And Taz in the regular body. Daniel joining in on the other side, kind of doing his own thing as well. And everyone's just going crazy, enjoying themselves. And what a way to cap off World Finals 3 and Season 3 as a whole. Taz, I think that's going to be it for him, running into that obstacle there. MMJ Producer landing on his lid. Daniel Murray and April Summers, the last one standing. And maybe I spoke too soon. No, able to save it. You can see Taz over there. Body's ripped off. He's done. And Daniel here, probably going to end it. And there it is, capping off this encore presentation by everybody. So thank y'all so much for being a part of that. This is the overall event leaderboards for World Finals 3. Brendan Thunder and Megalodon. Not only is he your freestyle champion, he is your event champion and Stadium Series Season 3 champion. Megalodon and Brendan Thunder coming out of nowhere. Completely the underdog. He was in last place earlier this season. So let's go through them all. Doomsday and MMJ Producer was your World Finals 3 last chance qualifier winner. Then Max D and Ethan Waters came and took the fastest qualifying top spot here in World Finals 3. Gravedigger and April Summers coming out with her first World Finals 3 high jump championship, so huge congratulations to her. Then it was Captain's Curse and Crazy Monster Jam fan, the undefeatable Captain's Curse, being the racing champion here. Action Phil and Blue Thunder just in awe, just amazing us all with that front flip and skills. He is your skills champion. And Megalodon and Brendan Thunder, your World Finals 3 freestyle champion and overall event champion. El Toro Loco and Drift Boy 912, that amazing torpedo move, was the Arena Series Season 3 champion. And once again, for the last time, Megalodon and Brendan Thunder, your Stadium Series Season 3 champion. Huge congratulations to him and everybody else. And one special message I want to give to every single one of you before I end this, guys. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thank you for an amazing season. This has been the best season yet of the Steel Titan series as a whole. I've enjoyed every single moment of it. You guys made it amazing. I can't wait to see what the future brings us as we move on to Showdown. So again, huge thank you to you guys. Y'all don't know how much this means to me, and it's just been a special event all in all. So I look forward to the future, and I hope you guys still stick around. But with that being said and done, we'll see you in Showdown. Be sure to sign up. And yeah, we'll see you then, guys. Thank you guys so much. One more shout out to all my patrons, April Summers, D-Toad, and Julie Peacock. Thank you guys so much. And everybody else watching, thank you. And I'm Project Rod, and I'll see you in the next one.